My friends, today we're gonna step in the soda zone. We're gonna get saucy with the sodas. We're doing a soda pop tier list. I usually call it pop, that's why I have to make the differentiator. We got Coke, we got Pepsi, we got Dr. Pepper, we got Mountain Dew, we got all the classics. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm never wrong. I have the best opinions, and I have a long history of drinking soda pops. So without further ado, let's get into the tier list. It's tier list time. Woo! I call it pop, okay? But I understand I am talking to a lot of Americans, so I made sure to say soda because y'all will be like, actually, JJ, it's called a soda, you freaking idiot. Anyways, let's start with the classic Coca-Cola, okay? When you think of a pop, what do you think of? Coca-Cola. Coke is a classic. That's why they call it Coca-Cola Classic. I'm pretty sure I've talked to the marketer before. Guys, if you're not putting Coke at an A tier, I don't know what to tell you. Now, let's get this out of the way. I know a lot of you little fanboys are always like, but what about Pepsi? C tier. Okay, now let me explain. In the competition of colas, there's two things you need to consider. Number one, the drinkability. Number two, how it pairs with food. Pepsi has some drinkability to it. It gets some points in that department, but boy, oh boy, if you're comparing Coke to Pepsi when it comes to eating food, not a chance, bro. Not a chance. Yo, Coke any day of the week is better with a meal than Pepsi. It's bar none. Now, I see a little bit argument coming in if you're talking a solo pop, because I know Coke can be like a little much, especially if it's not cold. But dude, if you Coke all the way. Coke is more carbonation. Yeah, but that burn is so good. You know that burn you get when you drink a pop too fast and it's like, ah. I love that feeling. Now that that's out of the way, just so y'all know, Coke better than Pepsi. It's just facts. It's just facts. Look it up in the dictionary, okay? Sprite versus 7-Up. I'm clocking Sprite in at, we're gonna do a solid B tier. Yeah, I think Sprite is a solid B tier. I think it's better with food, but it does stand on its own a little bit. It does have a nice taste to it. After every concert, I like to go to McDonald's and get a large Sprite because I'm sweating, I'm dripping. I just mosh my heart out, hit it with the cold Sprite. It's nice. It's a nice feeling. 7-Up. Now, everyone's always fighting. Everyone's always fighting. They say 7-Up's better than Sprite, or you know, some people say Sprite's better than 7-Up. I'm kind of, I'm feeling C tier. I'm feeling C tier. Now listen, no. It's kind of like if I did a C plus or a B minus, I would probably do a B minus. I like Sprite better with food, but I think 7-Up has a bit more like oomph to it, where it can kind of stand on its own. Overall, I'm not too upset about it. They're both pretty good, both pretty tasty, but yeah, we'll leave it at that. I would say maybe Sprite edges out 7-Up a little bit better, but you know, I guess it depends on the context, really. Sprite is good with alcohol, though. Good point. Good point. Now, we've got the specialty ones, okay? We'll get into some diets later, but we got Mountain Dew, okay? E tier. Now, here's what. No, I'm just kidding. I can't even lie to you guys. It's S tier. It's S tier. It's the first S tier. I know. Mountain Dew is definitely a top tier soda, and if you're saying it's not, there's the door, okay? It's got such a bold but sweet flavor. Man, I don't know what it was, but as a kid, I couldn't get enough of it. As an adult, I'm a little bit more cultured. I'm like, yeah, Mountain Dew's great, but man, as a kid, I was like, they got Mountain Dew? You telling me they got Mountain Dew? Order me a Mountain Dew right now. Order me a Mountain Dew. Okay, we're gonna compare root beers. We got Barks versus A&W. Now this might divide some people. I know Barks versus A&W is kind of a heated argument. I'm gonna say flat out, man, Barks, S tier for me. I love Barks root beer. It might be my favorite pop. It just nails everything. It's the right amount of sweetness, and it just has this bite to it, man. It's just like A&W. If you asked me where I would put A&W about 5 years ago, I would have told you probably D tier. But I've actually warmed up to it quite a bit. I'm gonna put A&W B tier. A&W is like the polar opposite of a root beer to Barks. And I've finally realized what I like about it. It's got a lot of creaminess to it. But yeah, yo, get a frosted mug with some A&W. Mamma mia, pizzeria. We're gonna move into the specialties. Cherry Coke, all right? Cherry Coke. I'm gonna say C tier. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, no, B tier, B tier, B tier, B tier, B tier. Listen, don't hate on me. Don't hate on me. It's really not that different from Coke. It's just cherry flavoring in Coke. And to me, that's just like a less good Dr. Pepper. I just don't see like, oh man, I gotta buy cherry Coke, you know? It's just like, let's just get some Coke. What I will say, vanilla Coke, baba booey. That's an A tier. That's an A tier any day. See, cherry Coke has an identity problem. Cherry Coke's just, what are you doing? You know, you're just like a wannabe Dr. Pepper, but just Coke? Like, what are you doing? Vanilla Coke stands on its own. All right, we're moving on to Sprite here. So Sprite Cranberry. See, Sprite Cranberry's not bad, okay? Sprite Cranberry's pretty good. But the problem is Sprite Cranberry just reminds me of Christmas, bro. C tier. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm sorry. I'm doing it. It's nothing to do with the drink. It's just cranberry as a flavor. It's a holiday thing, man. I can't get over that. You know what, guys? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna change my tier list a little bit to give a more widespread, okay? My feelings have not changed on these, but we're actually gonna move Pepsi down to D tier, and then we're gonna throw cherry Coke in here, along with we're gonna put 7-Up in there too. We're gonna move to Sprite Lemonade. They released this in Canada not too long ago, and I'm not gonna lie, I legit thought it was just Sprite. There's very little differentiation between the two. There's like, you can tell, but if somebody handed you this and didn't tell you what it was, you'd probably be like, that's a pretty tasty Sprite. So we're gonna go B tier because it doesn't really change anything, but it doesn't really take anything away. It's just kind of like a flavor additive. Didn't really notice that much of a difference. Pepsi Cherry. I actually feel like I kind of like this one. It wasn't enough to say that I like Pepsi, so we're gonna go with D tier as well. Pepsi Cherry, D tier. And then Pepsi Lime. Okay, Lime does not coincide with Pepsi. I don't think it's that great. I feel like Lime works in Diet Coke more than anything. So we're gonna put D tier. No, E tier. E tier. Yeah, E tier. We're gonna our first E tier, guys. I'd rather have a Pepsi than a lime Pepsi. I'm not gonna lie. Crystal Pepsi, I don't know enough about it. And vanilla Pepsi, I don't think I've ever had. Code Red Mountain Dew. There's a lot of Mountain Dew flavors here, so we gotta really kind of get into the nitty gritty here, okay? Of all the Mountain Dew variations, I think this is the worst one, but that's not saying like a ton because it's still pretty good. What it does is it mellows it out and takes away some of that bite while adding a lot of sweetness that I didn't think was necessary. So we're gonna say B for Code Red Mountain Dew. Baja Blast Mountain Dew. S tier. Ba-bam. I freaking love Baja Blast, bro. Fresh, delicious. Still Mountain Dew, but it blossoms in its own way. Mountain Dew Voltage. Okay, guys. I used to think this was on par with the OG Mountain Dew, but since Baja Blast came out, I'm gonna put this A tier. Don't get me wrong, absolutely slaps, okay? So good. But it's almost like they took, like Baja Blast is almost like Voltage if they added some freshness to it and let it breathe a little bit, you know? Voltage is kind of like really dense, whereas Baja Blast has that, it's like a kiss at the end, you know what I mean? Okay, we're gonna move on to the diet versions of things. So we got Diet Pepsi. I literally know I'm going to make everyone mad here. I know without a doubt I'm gonna make everyone mad here. I like Diet Pepsi more than regular Pepsi. It's not the sweetness, it's the harshness almost. And Diet Pepsi takes away some of that where it's much more drinkable. I think maybe I'd put it like a C+, but water is better than Diet Pepsi. All right, blind man, listen up, okay? It's my list, bro. I feel like an old man for saying this, but guys, I actually like Diet Coke. So we're gonna put it B tier. Here's the thing, like it's called Diet Coke, but it's its own thing. It's good. And it doesn't have any affiliation to Coke. It could be called like freaking old geezer juice. And I'd be like, yeah, that old geezer juice, kind of B tier, pretty tasty. Coke Zero, okay? I'm gonna put Coke Zero at a solid C tier. I don't think it's bad. I just don't think it's great. Diet Coke goes down its own path. It's its own thing, right? Coke Zero is like living in the shadow. It's just trying to be Coke, but it sucks at it. Okay, no, I actually have had this one. We're gonna put this E tier. I don't know why it exists. I'm not gonna lie. Just drink a Diet Pepsi. This, you know what this tastes like? This tastes like Fuzz. If Fuzz was a soda, it would taste like this. Sprite Zero. I feel like I had this once and it just lacked everything I liked about Sprite. I mean, lacked the bite, lacked the refreshing feeling to it. Sprite Zero, gonna put it in a D tier, man. You can't mess with Sprite, man. The reason Sprite's good is because it hits with the perfect blend of sweet and not sour, but crisp. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. We got Diet Mountain Dew. This has the exact same problem that Diet Sprite has. It takes away all of the bite. It takes away everything good about it. It's like you got a watered down Mountain Dew from a restaurant, and it's just like that's not good. It's like they put it in ice for 2 hours and handed it to me. Breaks my heart because it's like it's Mountain Dew. I mean, Mountain Dew's S tier, but I'm gonna put D tier, man. It wants to be a Mountain Dew, but then you take out the key ingredient, which is way too much sugar, and it's like, dude, it's not good. Canada Dry. I don't know if you guys have had this before. It's ginger ale. If we're putting it up against Schweppes or Schweppies, I don't know what the other term is, what the other brand is, but Canada Dry definitely edges out any other ginger ale I've ever had. I always was given it when I was a kid, when you're sick. For some reason, my parents were like, yeah, you're sick? Oh, here, have a soda. I don't know why, but I don't think I could put it above C tier. Like there's nothing wrong with it per se, but there's also nothing like crazy good about it. We're gonna move on to Fresca, okay? I don't think the problem is Fresca. I think the problem is grapefruit. Grapefruit just struggles as its own flavor, in my opinion. I think it lacks a boldness, and it's just like kind of like a zesty flavor. We're gonna put Fresca at a D tier. Nothing wrong with Fresca as a soda, but just as grapefruit in general. I think that's where it suffers. Moving on to the Fantas here. Strawberry Fanta. If you were to put cough syrup in a soda, it'd be strawberry Fanta. Not only is Fanta like way too much, but then the strawberry flavor, it's like, oh gosh. And listen, I love strawberry, but artificial strawberry has a tough time. If it's like that syrupy, gross strawberry, I can't stand it. It's actually gross, man. You know what? I might even do it F tier. I'm doing it F tier. Berry Fanta suffers the same problem. It does edge out the strawberry a little bit more though, but it has the same problem. It's like you ground up Jolly Ranchers, threw it in a pop, and you didn't touch it. You didn't try to balance out the flavor. It's just like that's far too thick. Berry, I think, has a better flavor than the artificial strawberry, but it's still way too overbearing. Mellow Yellow. See, when I went to the States when I was a kid, I used to go to Myrtle Beach at my resort. They used to have a vending machine by the pool, and I always wanted to get a Mellow Yellow because I was like, oh my gosh, this pop looks cool. Over time, I've realized that Mellow Yellow, it just wants to be Mountain Dew, but it's not. But it's also not bad. It's less of a bold take on Mountain Dew, but I think Mountain Dew is just perfect the way it is. So I think Mellow Yellow is probably a solid B tier. I would put it B tier. Fanta Orange versus Crush Orange. All right. I don't know if this is like gonna hurt anyone's feelings, but I mean, Fanta Orange, probably the best flavor that Fanta has, and it's a D tier. Any Fanta I've had is like a sorry excuse for a soda. I don't understand. I don't know what they were thinking when they made Fanta, but it's everywhere, and it's like, I don't think I've ever had a Fanta and I've been like, yeah, that's good. Never once came out of my mouth. Not once. If I'm going orange, bro, we're going Crush. But even then, like Kembo says, orange soda I think it's just kind of overrated, honestly. Orange Crush bringing some real heat to the table, but in terms of orange sodas, it's just like, I think Orange Crush could fit a B tier, but like, when do I really drink Orange Crush? You know what I mean? I feel like the only time I drink Orange Crush is when it comes with one of those variety packs. So I think for that reason, I'm gonna put it C tier. Now we're moving on to the final two. Everyone's favorite, Dr. Pepper, all right? Many things you could say about it. I think Dr. Pepper is the worst thing. No, I'm just kidding. Got him. No, I mean, it's S tier. I'm sorry, guys. S tier all the way, baby. Anywhere you go. You guys got Dr. Pepper? I'm ordering that. Dr. Pepper just slaps, okay? Now, the reason I left cherry Dr. Pepper, it's one of those things where it's like, I've had it once and it was like, that really wasn't that different. I don't know why it exists, I guess. We're gonna move Dr. Pepper cherry into A tier, just because I feel like they add like syrup to it, and it's like, it doesn't need that. It's just doesn't need it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it would not be a tier list if I didn't have the surprise tier. Ladies and gentlemen, the surprise reveal, the greatest soda to ever live. Bubbly. Guys, if you're not on the seltzer train, get on. This stuff is bussin', and it's 0 calories, delicious, beautiful. Okay, it was a joke. It was a joke. Oh my gosh. Obviously, it's not a soda. It's different. It's very different. But I do love this stuff. I would like a fruit soda, but leave the fruit in the other room, please. It's essence of fruit, okay? It's essence of fruit.